welcome to my podcast. This is a podcast where I'll be teaching you all the systems and strategies you need in creating your visibility so you can turn your passion for coaching into a profitable business. I'm your host, Michelle Quay. I am a visibility coach, content and email marketing strategist, international speaker, and author, as well as the founder of Elevate Life Coaching. Let's just say that I know a few things about overcoming seemingly impossible obstacles in life and in business. I'm on a mission to be the champion that helps you to get to the top of your mountain, one courageous step at a time. Welcome to the show. Today, I have a big topic. This is something I've been testing for the last, couple of months since it ever started. I'm in an inner circle with marketers and coaches, and we are in this club. And in the club, we already talked about how Chat GPT is going to change a lot of the way that we do marketing. I went ahead and signed up as soon as it came out to start an account just to test it out, because this is something that I'm going to be helping my clients and doing more visibility and doing more marketing. So then I would need to know, what is the market trend? Right? When I was talking about this topic with my mastermind group, they're saying, well, Michelle, don't you want to keep this best secret to yourself? I'm like, no, I want everybody to know about, because it's going to change the way that you market your business. And if this is something that I'm going to teach you, then I also want you to stay on top of it and knowing that there's a great tool out there. And it's up to you to decide how you want to incorporate this great tool. Right? So it is my job to make sure that you know it is available to you. I'm going to share about how I would be adapting it and using it, so that will give you an idea of how you want to incorporate into your business. Right now, the Chat GPT is free, and I'll talk more about what is Chat GPT. In my community, I have a lady who's very tech savvy. They know how to use the basic functions and feature on an iPhone, on a mobile device. I was just in my meeting with my Attract Client Through Storytelling course members, and someone was telling me that the only app they have is, can't remember which app, but there's only one app that they have on their phone. And so I don't blame those of you who may not be as tech savvy, or the Mercury is always in retrograde. You may not know that there's a lot of tools that's out there. So hopefully you're going to stay up to date and knowing that there is tool for this madness that you're experiencing. Every time you sit down to create content, you're drawing a complete blank. You have no idea what to put it out, and you have no idea of how to articulate. So hopefully by having this tool, it's going to make your content creation a lot easier, and if not a whole lot easier. So I tested out for the last 2 months, I believe. That's when it first came out. And I'll show you what I have, what I got, and also what I have used it for. This way, it will give you a lot of ideas. If you are new to me, I'm Michelle. I am a visibility coach and marketing strategist, and I work with women coaches to help them to use the power of storytelling so that they can turn a passion for coaching into profitable business. I am just so excited to share a lot of things. So my passion is really in marketing, because I had to do my own marketing. Basically, I was one person show, right? A solopreneur who doesn't have a lot of budget. I couldn't hire a whole entire team. So I had to do a lot of this hands-on work myself in order for my business to start to scale and grow. And it took me a year to actually start seeing the attraction, to start seeing, finally figure out how to work. But hopefully by staying with me in my community, also in my email community, you're going to be able to shorten that period that you have to figure out on yourself for yourself. This is a weekly training that I do for my community members. And if you're inside the group, you are in the community already. But if you haven't already done so, I would love for you to join my email community, because that's where you get a lot more exclusive resources that I send out on a weekly basis. Just so you know, I will send out multiple helpful resources, include the current social media trend. I also share a lot of things. I share blog posts, podcasts. You're going to get all these information only through my email community. So if you haven't already done so, I got a free gift for you to join. So you can hit that link. It's under core message at attractclientthroughstorytelling.com. You'll be able to grab a PDF. And in that PDF, I basically summarize 5 important steps that you're going to need to create that powerful core message for your coaching business. So if you haven't already done so, grab that resource while it's still hot. Okay, like Judy said, hot, while it's still hot. All right, so we're going to talk about Chat GPT. So what exactly is Chat GPT and how does it work? GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Okay, generated pre-trained transformer. Now, if you watch Transformer, you'll know it's another way of saying it's a robot. And that's exactly what ChatGPT is. It's a robot. And what the robot do is, depending on what you input into the robot is going to give you some output. Right? So what you put in, it will put out. That's what robot does. Now, with this robot, it's not something new that just invent out of the wheel, out of the air. Carol had already grabbed it, and Carol said it's very helpful, highly recommended. Aw, it warms my heart. So it's not something that people just invented out of the air. It's actually been around for a very long time. So the Chat GPT, it's made by a company called OpenAI. OpenAI is a company that have been around. And if you know, there's crypto people who went ahead and decided to create this whole crypto world after the pandemic. It's owned by basically the same group of people. Okay, they already invented this platform. They already invented this robot. And how it show up in a couple of different ways. In the past, if you're familiar with Jasper is also an artificial intelligence platform where you can go in and you can input some information and it's going to put out, how do you optimize your SEO on your blog post? How do you create a video description? So you can put into Jasper and it's going to give you the same type of information as it put out. So the operating system or the robot itself is not something new that we didn't know about before. It's existing already. But now they stripped away the robot and called it Chat GPT. So here's a robot. I'm going to put it out there. Right now, it's free, right? When you go to Chat GPT, you'll be able to get a free account. Right now it's free, but we don't know how long it's going to stay as free resource, right? Eventually, when they see the demand, they're going to want to turn it into a paid membership. I would think that the most logical way that they're going to do this is they see the demand, it's going to be out for another month or two, and then they're going to turn it into a membership or subscription fee. So you're probably going to pay like $50 or $60 a month in order to be able to access the feature. And a lot of people are having trouble logging in because it says that it's at maximum capacity. So it's limiting people logging into and getting a new account. But I'm going to share with you a backdoor to it. Okay. This is something that I had discovered and my members had discovered. We were on a call last week together and one of the members said, "Oh, I got in this way. So I will show you how you can go through the backdoor." All right. So that's basically what ChatGPT is. It's a robot. And basically, all the data in this robot, it's dated back to 2021. So anything before 2021 is going to be available based on in this database inside this robot. So if you're asking the robot for something that's more current, something that's happening right now in this world, it doesn't have that capacity to give you the information. Okay, that would hurt a marketer because I would want to know what is the current trend. What is the current trend for this topic? Well, what is the current trend for, life coaching? How many coaches is up to date in 2023? It doesn't have that data. It doesn't have that information. All the data you're going to see are tracing back to 2021. Now, we talked about how the company is OpenAI. So OpenAI also owns another company. It's another software platform. It's called DALL-E AI. And basically, it's the same type of robot, except you can tell the robot to generate an image. So instead of putting out words, you can ask the robot to generate images. Okay, so if you go visit OpenAI, it's going to take you to DALL-E 2A. And what it does is generate these photos of however you wanted to create. So if you put in the command, say, I want to have a picture of a man sitting behind a desk eating his dinner, then the robot is going to create an image and give you that image of what you put in. It's pretty incredible and pretty smart, pretty interesting. And some of the prompts is just really cute. And I was playing around with it. My other client, Susie, she used to work as a graphic designer, and she told me about this OpenAI, about the graphic one. And so it's really cute. Check it out. It's fun. All right, so let's go back to the Chat GPT. So how does it change or bring any change in the marketing? Well, basically, a robot, you can create anything that you want. You can tell it to give you a video script of how do I outline a video script for me to go on to the next slide on this topic. Or you can tell it to write me an email on this particular topic. So basically, whatever that you're asking the Chat GPT to do, it's going to give you the capacity and being able to generate information for you. I wanted to do a demo, so I went ahead and asked the Chat GPT to do something for me. So basically, those of you who struggle with coming up with the I help statement, struggle no longer, right? Struggle no longer. So basically, I asked the robot, can you write me an I help statement for a storytelling marketing coach working with women coaches to grow coaching business? And this is what the robot put out. I help women coaches grow their coaching business through storytelling marketing technique. By utilizing powerful storytelling strategies, I empower my client to authentically connect with their ideal client and stand out in the crowded market. Together, we craft compelling narrative that showcase their unique strength and expertise, resulting in increasing visibility, impact, and revenue. Mind-blowing, right? Like, where was I years ago when I needed this? Where was it when I was struggling with my I help statement? Now, here I went ahead and I created something because a lot of you are coaches, healers, and you work in the life and mindset coaching space. So this is how the robot works. So I went ahead and I said, well, can you write me another I help statement for a life coach helping people overcoming imposter syndrome? And this is what ChatGPT gave me, okay? I help individuals overcome imposter syndrome by providing life coaching support. Through our work together, clients gain the tools and insight they need to recognize and challenge self-doubt and limiting belief. They learn to embrace their strength and accomplishment and develop a more resilient confidence mindset. My client leaves our session feeling empowered to take bold, authentic actions in their personal and professional lives and to live their lives with purpose fulfillment. Okay, so basically, you can ask this ChatGPT to do anything. Okay, so let's say you're working on a blog post. Okay, or you're thinking about going to do a live and you want some idea, someone to brainstorm with you, like you're completely lost and clueless or not sure what to talk about and what to include on your next live videos or your Instagram reel. And so I asked ChatGPT, I said, what are some of the popular topics that people are searching for imposter syndrome? And here are the popular topics related to imposter syndrome, which include understand what imposter syndrome and how it manifests, identify the signs and symptoms of imposter syndrome, strategies for coping with imposter syndrome, and build self-confidence. So all these are topics that you can talk about. You can write blog about them. You can write videos. You can write a social media post around this. So let's say you want to create a social media post, right? And you ask ChatGPT, can you write me a social media post on the topic of identifying the signs and symptoms of imposter syndrome? And so it's going to go to work. So it's generating all this information. Do you ever feel like a fraud despite your accomplishment? Do you doubt your ability and fear being exposed as a fake? These are common signs of imposter syndrome. Recognizing the symptoms is the first step overcoming them. Now, again, depending on what you put in, the robot is going to give you the information back, right? So the more clarity that you have with the information that you want to put in, the more specific it becomes. Now, it's giving me join us for a discussion on identifying and managing imposter syndrome. I didn't want that, right? So I can go back here. I can say, can you rewrite this with a caring tone of voice to invite people to join me in a community? And it's going to rewrite it for me with the specific call to action, not going to a discussion, but inviting them together as a community. We can learn to recognize. So inviting them to a community. So what you put in is going to, the quality that comes out, your output, your quality is going to depend on the quality of the input. Okay. See, I told you this is going to be a mind blowing topic, right? Hopefully you're walking away with something valuable. Like my mastermind lady said, Michelle, you're giving away too much. No, this is cool. I want everybody to have it. Everybody should try it, right? Because it's going to change the way that you do marketing. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So it's really a cool tool that you can have, even give you like some popular hashtags. Now, with a popular hashtag, you have to remember these are hashtags prior to 2021, right? So you still want to double check to make sure that those hashtags are still good. Those hashtags hasn't been banned. One of my clients, Gina, actually dropped me an article, which I will share with the newsletter and also in the Facebook group with you to make sure that you get that whole article about some of the hashtags have been banned. So I'll share that article with you. But it captures only data from prior to 2021. All right. So let's say you want to elaborate on this topic and you want to expand this article into a blog post. Can you rewrite this into a blog articles and keep it less than 500 words? And so it's going to run and it's going to write a blog article for you that is less than 500 words. Okay. So you have to set some parameter to it. Otherwise, you'll just go long until it's finished, it's done. So again, the quality depends on what you put in. Now, how is this going to change the way you market business? Well, number one is you don't have to feel trapped. You don't have to feel that you're running out of ideas. I have no clue what to talk about on my next Go Live videos. I have all these ideas in my head and I don't know how to put it out. There's an inspiration tools for you to utilize and that can help you to brainstorm your new topic idea. Right? You can use it as a research tool. You can use it as inspirational tool. A lot of the information, and there's actually a disclaimer when you first join the Chat GPT, right? So the first limitation is that many occasions generating incorrect information. So you as a coach, you as a business owner, you definitely want to double check to make sure that all the information that you're putting out there is accurate, it's correct, right? There needs to be some safety net. You can't just copy everything and put it out there. So it takes a lot of supervision and provision time to actually edit out the things that doesn't apply to your business, that doesn't apply to you or to what you want to say. And the other limitation that occasionally you'll produce harmful instructions. And biased content. So again, you need to take your time to review what is the information that's being laid out in front of you. Again, it's a robot, right? It's not a human being. So of course, the information that it generates is not going to be 100% accurate. You as a human, warm body, you need to do that editing and also review. And then, so again, it says that limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. So it's limited in terms of the data after 2021. So that's ChatGPT. And how does it impact your business? There's a number of ways that it's going to impact your business, right? Because I'm teaching you now that there's this great tool about ChatGPT. I suspect that there's going to be other coaches who's going to jump on and testing it out, and they're going to let their people know, right? All the coaches who's going to, the word will spread. And you're probably leaving this training session and you're going to tell your friend about, oh, there's a great tool. My coach just told me about this. And so the word is going to spread. And what's end up going to happen is that everyone is going to jump on it and they want to really start creating engaging content with their audience. So they're going to come in here and use this tool to create content to engage your audience, right? When you leave out the personality behind your words, then everybody, it's like a Me Too movement going on, right? Oh, that coach put out that content. Oh, it's the same content. Oh, that's the same sentence, right? So you start seeing this uniform of robotic movement in the way that we create content. And so, what would make you stand out is use this as inspiration, but not to replace your intelligence, your personality, your voice. And that is your goal, to remain, to be seen, to be heard, and to be hired. And that is the trick. Okay. If you're going to use this tool, use it as a tool, nothing else. It's a great tool. It helps to create your content. It takes off that overwhelming feeling of, I have to put out more content. But at the same time, you don't want to be lazy, and you want it to actually go back and add in your personal touch. How you usually communicate with your clients, with your audience, you want to stay true to that. Okay. That's what would make your marketing stuff really stand out. You don't want to use it and replace it. And so Judy said, I was wondering why your posts are getting so articulated. Now, the reason why my post is getting more articulated because I signed up to get certified as a copywriter. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that you're seeing, they got better and they got improved because I invested myself again because I want to be able to serve my clients. So I went back to decided to sign up to copywriting course. Okay. So you got to think about how you're going to reinvest in your business, in yourself, and that really makes you stand out. So yes, I do use Chat GPT. It helped me to write blog, and it helped me to have a better clarity to the outline of how I want my blog to flow. So it's a great way of double checking system, but it should never replace who you are as a human being. Okay. And if you walk away with nothing at all today, walk away with the tool, walk away the fact that this tool is never going to replace who you are behind your business. So who you are behind the business is going to help you to stand out. So here, I asked ChatGPT to write me an outline of 4 simple steps to find your coaching business niche. Yes, it's like a writing coach in your pocket. And so you can use your writing coach as a guide, as a mentor, right? But you would not copy it exactly. Don't lose your personal touch. That's what I'm saying. So I asked ChatGPT to write me a blog post on 4 simple steps to find your coaching business niche. And here are the 4 steps. It gave me 4 steps. 1 is identify your passion and strength. 2 is research your market. 3 is speak to your potential clients. And 4 is experiment and test. Now, this is the outline that ChatGPT is giving me, right? But I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that he put second one, research your market. So I went ahead and brought in my own personal touch, right? I went back and cleaned up a lot of it and using that as a guide. And I wrote a complete different blog post, okay? But here are the 4 steps. And all these other extra stuff came out of me, right? But ChatGPT was able to give me an outline of what I want to write. So I don't have to sit staring at the computer with a blank screen and a blinking cursor and wondering what should I write about. Okay, so you can write your entire blog with ChatGPT. So have fun, enjoy. I would love to hear your reaction to this. If you do use it, I would love to see your posts. If you're inside my Facebook group, go ahead and share like something that you created using ChatGPT. I would love to see what you have created. But hopefully this is helpful so you don't have to feel overwhelmed by all this process of content creation that would take that burning sensation, that chest tightness out in a way so that you can actually enjoy your life better. All right. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comment what is your biggest takeaway from this. And when you go to DALL-E AI, this is where you can get through the back door. Okay, so if you can't get into the Chat GPT, what you want to do is you want to come in here to create an account, and you would be able to access the Chat GPT. Okay, you'll be able to access Chat GPT. So go to this website first. All right. I hope everybody heard me. So if you go to DALL-E, you'll be able to access it. It's owned by the same company. So if you create one account, you're going to be able to see it from the other one. Okay, so let's say I want to image of a man or a woman standing in front of a beach with palm tree. Generate. Now the robot is going to generate this image for me. And here it is. It's a woman standing in front of the beach with a palm tree. There you go. Here's your image. How might you be using this? You can probably use it in your blog post, right? So let's say you want to add something onto your blog post to highlight what you were saying in the previous sentence. Then you can come in here and ask it to generate a graphic for you. And that graphic can be used on your blog post. So something that's very simple. That's how you utilize these artificial intelligence. And it helps you to save a lot of time, right? And stress that you don't really need so that you can make some space for this creativity to start going. Like I said, it's an inspirational tool so that you can make some room for your creativity to come in. Hopefully it helps. And I will love to hear your thoughts about it. Carol's takeaway is that I do not have to start from scratch. Yep. Exactly. You can rethink, you can rewrite, and you can use it as inspiration, and you can use it to like really stay focused on, oh, maybe this line, I don't like it. Doesn't apply to me. That's not true, right? Because we all have our own personal touch, our personal magic. So use your personal magic as you're using this tool. But it's a great tool so that you don't have to feel like, oh, you're feeling stuck. So I hope this helped. And again, if you haven't already done so, if you want more exclusive content, this is where you can get a free gift from me by going to core message at attractclientthroughstorytelling.com, and you'll be able to grab it and also join my email community. Bye, everyone. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast and found value from this episode, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform and leave me a rating and review. One thing I was struggling in my early years in business was finding the right people to connect with. It feels like I was on this entrepreneur journey on my own. And sometimes we all just need friends who can share our dreams and hopes. Someone who can relate to what we're going through as we grow our business together. If you are a woman coach who is ready to grow your coaching business and looking for strategies to get seen, get heard, and get hired, I want to invite you to come and find me in our community on Facebook at Get Clients with Storytelling. This is a community of women coaches who want to grow a coaching business by creating engaging, visible, and authentic content with storytelling for their business to get more leads and attract more clients. I will see you at our next tea party.